All right, welcome. Uh, Not a rough week. Um, a lot happened this week. Uh, I'll go over the trades and then I'll go over the plan forward. What happened this week? So this week, I had some personal stuff that was supposed to happen this week, so I wasn't supposed to be able to do any trading past Monday because I was going to be unavailable. But that got scratched. Um, but I was planning on lifting my calls on Monday. Uh, but so said, so done. Meta and Microsoft and the SPY and the Qs, they ripped my calls apart this week. I was forced to roll them. That sucked. There's no way around it. So, this week I made 3,400, but I'm down on my calls. So I'm nursing some calls. Uh, the trade of the week, the stock that I could have punished this week was Boeing. So they had some bad news, and that came out Sunday, I think, about the airplane door, and the stock was at like 240, 250, and it came down to 225 at the open, and I sold the 242 call, and I bought the call back an hour later with the stock coming up 5 points, and I was still able to net 73. But what I should have done was, about an hour later, I could have went back into these same calls for the same $100, and I could have went back in, because I knew like the recovery is not, it's not gonna recover all the way back up. It can, but probability plays a factor. So I didn't, and yeah, I left a bunch of profits on Boeing because Boeing went down to like two 217, I think, right now. Enphase just a dog this week. The stock popped up on Monday. I had to pull this call off at a loss. I had to pull these other calls off because it seemed like the stock was gonna run against me. Man, when I tell you about fake outs, man, this thing sold from 118 all the way down to 111, and it forced me to roll my puts. I just roll my puts. I'm gonna probably put a credit spread in front of them for the credit just to bring in some more revenue, or we'll see how it works out. So that's what happened there with on Monday. Outside that, not that much. Sold, bought back a futures that I sold in the morning. Made some money. Um, and the same thing again. I sold another futures the night before. Bought it back the next morning. Made some money. This is just me selling on oil. I should have sold oil futures Thursday night and Friday, but Friday was just Friday hit my point of I had to assess what was going on because uh, I'm trading. Literally, my trading right now is to me my trading right now is like a minus, right? That's really where I put myself right now. Trading options, I give myself an A minus. Like I'm not a A or A plus, I'm an A minus, right? Um, but my investing side, it's just not it's not providing the risk because the reward because basically I am going down 3 times the amount of income I'm bringing in for the month. So Amazon was good. I was live trading these in the chat in Khmer room. And yeah, we're making money on these puts. As I said, the put side of this week was really nice. I I was happy with that. Meta, you could make money on the puts all week. 'Cause Meta and Microsoft put money was good all week. If you're on the call side, you're getting punished. Roku was good this week. Celsia, I sold the call. The stock popped up, and then it sold off. So I just got out of the call, took a $20 loss. I wasn't about that life with it, so I left it alone. I still got puts on it, and I still got a call. Amazon, same thing again. Puts, same thing again. I sold the oil futures before I went to bed. Got up in the morning, took it off, collect my profits. So you can, I traded futures back in 2020. I didn't really trade that much in 2021. I didn't trade futures in 2021. And I trade some futures on and off last year, but not really putting it in. Let me just finish out the week. So same thing. I went back into Boeing calls again, sold more Boeing calls. Only sold one here and closed it out. Collect money on it. You can see it's the same 240 for next week. And Boeing tanked, so I was able to even sell one on Friday again down there. Uh, Outside that, uh, it was a really good week. Outside me getting eat on some calls, it was a really good week. So Friday, I I made a decision that basically I am going to move my account to Tasty. That entails me removing margin and as I said, the investing side of my plan. I'm getting the income, but I'm getting punished on mainly Tesla, and Tesla over there is 100% margin. So I have to remove Tesla from my account, and also my Tesla share. Tesla's just not performing. Like I'm literally over the last year, I probably made around $6,000 on the stock, and I'm down 7,000 on the shares. So I just cut it. It's been like 7 months of fighting with this thing, and we look at the chart here for Tesla, and you can see right now, like, unless volume shows back up, like, we going down. Unless there's volume, because we gave the 200 up right here this day. This is a day of, this is a day where I really assessed it, and I said, this is not good. Um, so we gave that up, so we're coming down. Like 200 is on the table. Um, all this stuff down here is on the table. So with me needing margin, and as I said, the investment is just not performing. It doesn't matter how I wig it in my mind, it's just not performing, and I need my margin. So I decided to cut the loss on Tesla. And you can see my account is basically moved out of this already. I got to deposit $1. That's funny, but yeah, I got to deposit $1. So all the stuff that I just talked about, they're all in here. You can see the red, and then me closing out all. These are the Meta calls and Microsoft calls that I told you. I had to roll all these calls. You can see this one. I rolled it, got a credit of 75. The Meta calls, I rolled them, got a credit of $350. Same thing with Microsoft calls, I rolled them, collect money. And then at the same time, I sold Microsoft puts for 700, Meta puts for $700. So Meta is at 380, and I sold the 300 puts. Um, so basically, I have a strangle on it. So as long as the stock behaves, I can net this full money from the puts, which will offset the calls. And if I net from the calls too, I'll walk away with a really good deal. And the same thing, I had to roll Coinbase. All these stocks, I had to roll them. Those puts. Uh, so up here, as you've seen, I had to stop out of my Tesla shares and my Tesla. Tesla, I think I'm only down maybe like 2 or 3 thousand with all the dividends I collected. I think it's around 2 or 3 thousand. I'm down, but I couldn't hold on to this with going over there because these 3,000, this is 30 grand in margin, and I don't have that margin when I go over there. So that had to go, and the same thing for all these other ones. This is margin that I don't have. So I don't have that margin to spare, so I stopped out of all of those. When I get over there, I will reassess because QQQY does give you QQQY does give you good margin. Well, not good. It's 50% over there, and JEP gives you 50%. But outside those two, everything else is 100% over there. So uh, that's it. My plan going over there is the side of my account that I was using for a lot of YMAX. stuff and define stuff, I'm probably just gonna use that money and trade futures, because I can control my returns a lot more than I can do with Tesla. Because even if I was trading Tesla stock, I could I could control it in the sense of if I'm down on a put, I can just roll a put out 6 to 8 months. I could put 6 to 8 months on a put and be able to collect good money. If I'm in Tesla right now and I'm down, like if I have this, let's say I have this, I'm in at 150, right? $30. I could probably put 6 months on this out to August, and you can see that I come down from 250 down to 225. I can get 20 points by putting 6 months into this, rolling this put 6 months. But when I'm down on my Tesla shares, there's nothing I can do unless Tesla rallies. And as I said over there, I need my margin. So that's the biggest take right there is I need my margin. So it stings. So same thing as last year. I start the year in a hole, and I gotta go get the shovel from out back and start digging. That is it. Once my account clears in over there, I will submit the update